Hey guys, it's Diane
and Marlette,
and we're here with our very first show of
Just Saying.
Just Saying.
Our opinion.
So we're going to be talking about the latest in hot topics and your opinions, our opinions,
and whose ever opinion. Listening to the news, the internet, whatever. Give us your opinion. Give us your feedback. Tell us what you think about it. Today's topic,
we're going to be talking about does slavery exist still in America?
Yeah, I do. I think it does, because it's not. That's kind of a tough question, because a lot of people are like, no, we have civil rights and civil liberties, and we can go and do. But slavery is bondage. It's not being allowed.
So are white people enslaved? I know we're looking at it from black point of view, our point of view, or the black race point of view. But are white people enslaved?
I can't really see them being enslaved. I see them.
Somebody's looking at the camera now like, what does she mean? I'm enslaved.
Yeah, I mean, I can't really see white people being enslaved, because I think they have the key to the shackles. They in the corporation, you have, if you're black, regardless of your education, your qualification, you're not going to be partner.
You're going to get to a certain level.
Yeah. But if you're white, you will pretty much become partner. You will become CEO, COO, or whatever.
And a black person would have to work twice, 3 times as hard to get to the same position.
Yeah.
And it's sad.
And have to walk on, just have to do a lot. I think it's still slavery. I think it's.
So then what do you think about the black people that do work hard and get to those places, and then they talk about it, say Uncle Tom or?
I don't agree. I think if you work hard to get there, you deserve where you are. If you work, study, and you didn't do any backbiting and stepping on people, all that stupid stuff to move up and on.
But I saw this thing written that said, black people are just like crabs in a bucket, but let's figure out who created the bucket.
Oh, okay.
How did we get in the bucket? Who's responsible for the bucket? Why are black people in the bucket? Before we just go to attacking each other and saying black people just pulling like crabs in the bucket, we can't get to the top. Let's find out why we're in the bucket. You know, I'm just saying.
Yeah, and overall, I think black people put a lot of shackles on themselves. They blame a lot of, here's the white man, when it's actually you're not getting up off your butt and trying and going beyond the call of duty.
You hear so many people say, stop whining about it already. Y'all are bringing the attention to, like you're doing an Al Sharpton, bringing the attention to it instead of just getting better and coming up.
Yeah. So now, each scenario, each case is different. But I feel that the ones that saying, you know, I can never get a hand up or I can't get help, sometimes get out and make it happen. You know, and that's what a lot of white people look at. You know, I made it, I did it. You know, make it happen. But a lot of doors was open for you that's not necessarily open for them.
And as we know now, welfare was created for the white man.
Of course.
You know, although you'll see statistically it's blacks that are on welfare. But there are whites and
this is my take, and I'm just saying, it may go against a lot of people's opinion, but welfare, food stamps, all that's assistance that helps you. Why not take advantage of something to help you?
Right.
Don't live off and make it your way of living.
And I think that's what rubs people the wrong way. When you see Sanquisha in the grocery store with some food
Are you racially profiling?
And with some food stamps, and she got her buggy, and it's all of this stuff in here, and 18 children following behind her. You're taking advantage of the system. That's meant to help.
So, well, Are you saying that because you're having to work and only can afford $20 worth of groceries, whereas she got $500 of food stamps?
Yeah.
I mean, are you saying it because you're mad about it, or maybe
I think most people that say that and they point that out and they're in the store and they see that going on, it's because it angers them, because they know they're paying into a system for you to do this.
Yeah, and let's stop. Overall, let's stop saying, oh, she just using the system. Let's teach Shanquisha how to manage, how to say, how to love herself so she won't have so many babies and do all that. Let's start educating and stop judging and beating down. You know what I'm saying? Because
I agree.
I'm all for the welfare. I'm all for. People say, well, my taxes pay for this. Well, if it's going to help, let it help, because nobody knows where they're going to be. You're going to need help one day. I don't care if you black, white, Asian. One day you're going to need a helping hand. So I'm all for it, but just don't let it be your, just don't be so dependent on it. You know, that's my take on it. And as far as slavery, it's on different levels. Like, it still exists. Racism is still alive.
Yes,
Lord. You can't make me believe that it's
not going anywhere anytime soon.
It's hidden. It's accepted. It's for some people a way of life. You know, the different comments, the different snide remarks. You know,
this is still there. It's still there, and people. You know, that's what's going on right now with everything that, people are fighting based on race and religion.
Well, tell me this, what you think about this. I have a high schooler, and he has black and white friends. His white friends call him, what up, my N-word? That's what they do. And the black kids don't get offended. They be like, what up, my... And if I'm on his Facebook page and reading his post, I get offended when I see it.
But what does he say?
He's like, Mom, that's what we call everybody.
So a white boy says, what's up, man?
And I get severely offended. I really do.
Wow.
I really do.
I mean, I've heard it. I've heard it in songs and things. But
yeah. And then again, the white boys would say, that's my, and I'm like,
my N-word.
Yeah.
Wow. I wonder, do they understand what... I think for us, not that we're very, very old, but even our grandparents, it comes from a different place. The way the usage of the word then versus now is like, it's fighting words.
It's so, and that's what a lot of the rappers that use that word, that's their, how they say, no, that's not a racial slur. It's just a form of endearment. It's a form of like my brother. But back in the 60s, that was reason for you to get hurt.
Exactly.
So but what do? Do you grow from that? Do you accept it, or do you keep things like in the 60s?
I think you get to a place where you don't accept. Some things you're just going to have to not accept, and that's one of them. It's a racial slur. It comes from a place of struggle and heartache and slavery. I don't accept you calling me that. I don't care if you're 3 years old and you heard your daddy say it at the house. I don't care if we're teenagers and you feel like you're my brother and you are white but you feel just as black. Don't call me that.
So look, when my teenager becomes a granddaddy, what do you think the N-word, how is that going to be? Because it's so free now.
To him, yeah.
So when he becomes a granddad and he has grandkids and everybody's saying it, and then look at the how many kids are biracial now. Will it even be black and white back?
Yeah, because I saw something that by the year, 50 to 100 years down the line, people are going to look a certain way. Basically Caucasian. So it's like, what do we do with... I think when you have come from a place of struggle, when you've come from a place of where you were held down, and then those words mean something. It's a heavier meaning, and it's not to be taken lightly. And
that's our feeling. But we're getting farther and farther away from the Martin Luther King era. We're getting, you can see it in the lack of respect for, because I watch a lot of the documentaries about King and how the kids, when they went to school, their clothes were pressed, shirts was tucked in, they took pride in their books and the way they look. Now kids today, they don't care, they hate school, don't want to go to school, you know, sagging and just, you know, so we're getting farther and farther away from the way.
But then when you get stuff like Michael Brown that happens, it brings it back up.
Right.
You get stuff like black people being tased or shot by the police, and all these injustices happening. Then you get back into
Michael Brown and what was the
Trayvon
Rice, the boy Tamir Rice.
I can't think of it.
You know, all those things that happened. The guy that he was like, I can't breathe. All of those things. A lot of people. Yeah, it's wrong. It's wrong how everything went down. But I feel like a lot of black people jump on the bandwagon of let's go fight, let's go. Not because of the principle, the civil rights, the civil liberties of it, but the bandwagon of destruction. They have no concept, but then everybody's chant, what is it? We Black Matters and all of that.
No justice, no peace.
Right.
No justice, no peace. No justice, no peace.
Hey. So. But I think we, again, education. People have to be taught. We've gotten away from a lot, and you know what? It's our job. It's not somebody else's job. It's our job to teach the respect and constantly teach our kids where we've come from. You know, these.
But you know what? I've always thought about this, and I know a lot of other people have thought about this too. It seems a little biased, one-sided, that black people can have Black History Month. They can have
1 month.
They can have Martin Luther King Day.
1 day.
They can go to school and be taught. Well, never mind. They're not taught about Black history.
No.
But they can have these days where it's Black history, or they can have the right to get on social media or the right to sing songs saying, I'm black and I'm proud, you know, and black power. When someone white says white power, or when someone white says, okay, February or September is going to be White History Month, then everybody's in an uproar saying, what do you mean? White? Are you serious?
Look,
then that's like, that blows up. So what
well, this is it, and I've heard a lot of people say it, and I feel the same way too. So we have 1 month. White people have 11 months.
Oh, come on now.
We have 1 month out of the year.
That's a cop
because you don't know about.
Okay, how do white people have 12, 11 months?
Because it's a way of life. It's constantly being taught. It's constantly being pushed. This one, that one, you don't hear about Mary Bethune-McLeod or whatever. You don't hear about her until February. You don't think about
King until January.
You don't think about
but if I'm a white person sitting in this chair right now, I say to you, what do you mean we have 11 months? You have 11 months too. You have the whole year as well to be pro-black. I have the whole year to love myself. Just love yourself. Stop pointing at we need to. Black history is what it is. It's not going anywhere. White history is what it is. It's not going anywhere. Everybody has their culture that's not going to change. So why does there need to be?
Because, again, we're getting farther and farther away, so it constantly needs to be, and it's not being taught in the school as a regular Black history.
Neither is white history.
White history is history.
Okay.
No. White history is history. This is what I'm saying.
Give me an example. Give me an example.
George Washington, Alabama. George Washington and Christopher Columbus sailed the 7 seas. The Nina, the Pinta, the Santa Maria, 1492. I know all of that because it's taught as a way of life. It's not, this is white history. No, this is how it is. So. What about, we don't know about Crispus Attucus. What?
So a little black kid grows up.
All they know is white.
Thinks that the savior, Columbus found, which by the way, Columbus did not find America.
Thank you. And look, again, the little black boy grow up thinking only white people invented, only white people found. You know, so we have, if they give us a month, 29, well 28 days and 29 on leap year, let us take that month to educate, not to proclaim.
But then here's the thing, speaking now as a black person, that's the problem. Black people will take that month, and that month alone, and it's all black. It's all Martin Luther King. It's all Harriet Tubman. It's all Frederick Douglass that month. And when March, April, May, June comes, then it's like, you don't hear about it anymore. I think this is something that starts in the home. You sit your child down and you say, here's who invented the stoplight. Here's who invented electricity or whatever. You know, you show them what they are, how rich their heritage is at home, so that they grow up and they're proud of themselves and they don't feel beat down and they don't feel like they have to be a statistic.
Exactly. And a lot of that, when schools were segregated, a lot of that, the black history was a part of regular history. So the respect, the love for yourself, the love for your people, that was just a way of life.
Is that what they do in historically black colleges? Do they teach blacks? I mean, why is it called historically black colleges and universities?
Pretty much because it was founded by blacks, predominantly black. They do teach it in a sense, but a lot of, again, we've gotten away from the basic, on
that's
a lot of levels, gotten away from the basic principles of why things were created. Because those black colleges were, one reason why they were started, so that we could have that all the time. You wouldn't be ignorant and wouldn't know who, like you said, who invented the electric light, the stop sign. So, but black colleges now pretty much are all about parties, Greeks. It's like a known
Speaking
thing.
of Greeks, you have white people going black Greek fraternities, when you cannot have black people joining white fraternities or sororities. What gives?
There you go.
I'm just saying.
There you go. There you go. And then when you have that one white guy or girl pledging a black fraternity or sorority, you're like, oh wow. You know what I'm saying? Why can't he just be a Kappa? Why
should it even be allowed? I have two questions to that with the fraternities and sororities, black fraternities and sororities. Should it be allowed for a white person to join when black people aren't typically joining white ones? And there has also been this, the rave now is natural hair. Now we have white girls saying, I'm natural hair too, because my hair is naturally curly. Okay, let's talk about that.
Okay, the natural hair aspect of it first. I have seen on Twitter and just a lot of the social media, oh, my hair is nasty.
You've seen the white girl, you've seen that.
Yeah, and it blows my mind. Nappy, your hair is straight, period. Because you don't wash it or comb it out, don't make it nappy.
But it'll curl up. I'm saying the white girls with naturally curly hair will say, I have a right to have a natural hair channel as well because my hair is naturally curly.
No, I think they loosen the whole aspect of natural hair. We say natural because our hair is originally curly, kinky, and then we'll take other steps to make it straight. So when we say going back to the natural, that means not straightening it anymore. White people, the way their hair grow out of their head, what are they going to do with it? You know, it's straight or curly. That's what. You know, so I don't buy that natural hair for black.
For white,
yeah, that's me. That's my opinion. I'm just saying. I don't. I think that let us have something, doggone it. Can we have anything?
No. Really, because we got we got the twerking and everybody's doing it and
everybody
rapping. You know,
that went crazy.
White people started rapping back in the day, back in the 80s.
And then I saw somewhere on social media, of course, that the newest white girl, I don't want to call her name, I think she's Australian, whatever. She is the
who that?
Yeah, okay. She is the queen of rap now. They considered her
queen of rap.
And then the other guy is a white guy that you know, he was popular. I hadn't heard much from him this year, but last year. and he's like the king of rap. I'm like, really?
How did that happen?
Can we have anything? But yet you hate us and don't want us to do.
Exactly.
You talk about it and say that it's
Ignorant.
polluting,
Right,
it's ignorant.
That's the only problem I have with it. I don't, because people are allowed to do exactly what they want to do. You can do anything you want to do. You're free to do it. But when you hate the person but love their ways and want to take on their ways in order for your, to get you to a level, then that's not right. It's just not right. So
and then you see, and then again, white guy with dreads, matted ends and whatnot, with the big
locks.
Locks, and with the big Jamaican hat.
So is he, just because black people typically wear their hair like, or that's a black thing, is he not allowed to wear his hair like that?
Well, in the same token, how black people are, you're acting white.
What is acting? Now that right there.
But it's the same thing. It's on the different sides. It's same coin, different sides.
Yeah.
You have the you have the white rappers with the dreads and the locks and yo 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 yo, and then you have the black, white, proper English or achieving, and they.
That's one thing I want. What is acting white? What does that mean in the black community, guys? What does that mean? Acting white? Because back in school, I remember if you were a certain way and you didn't follow this crowd or whatever, and you did your work and you spoke with proper English, you were acting white.
Oh, thank you.
That's totally ridiculous to me.
And that makes you come below who you really are. Because you don't want to be labeled acting white. So you act black. And what is black? Acting black. Fighting and sagging. That I hate the whole stereotypical thing,
it's horrible.
Labels that they've put on us, and you pretty much have to wear it. Regardless of how you try to
get bullied and picked on and singled out, and nobody wants to be singled. It takes a strong personality that doesn't care if you're singled out. You're still going to be who you want to be. You're still going to use proper English. You're still not going to sag your pants. But most of the time, people will conform to the crowd because now they don't get picked on. Now they're seen as being cool. And we just want to. We're raising kids, and we just want to teach them to be
equality.
Exactly. You don't have to follow the crowd to be liked, to be popular. That's easier said than done when you're a grown person telling a child. A child is going through that stuff.
So does it sound like a double standard for us? Because we are black women that see the black issues of life. We have never experienced the white privilege. So are we biased? Are we? Of course.
And that's what I was saying a little while ago when I said, okay, I'm going to play the white person sitting here, and I'm going to say, why is it that you get to have a Black History Month? Why is it that you get to have a day for black or you can freely say without being called hateful, black power?
You know what would be good for the show if we were to invite a white person that was free and able to speak without it being heated and let's just sit down and
we have some friends that we have in mind and we can get for that.
And let's just talk about it. We want to be equal, but how can we, when we have our own little hidden agenda, own little mindset of I'm labeling her as this and that. So I don't know. I think discussion and education is the thing. So what you guys think?
We're just saying.
It's these things that we're talking about. It's a lifelong,
and it cannot be settled in one show, one talk. It goes on, and it helps to talk about it and get the viewpoints. But we want to know what you guys think about it.
Because all you're getting understanding, get an understanding.
Exactly.
Because when you can understand a thing, you can handle it better.
There are differences that we just have to embrace because they're there and they're obvious. You take the black church versus the white church. There are differences. There are differences in the way you worship. Maybe black people are more charismatic, and of course there are some white charismatic.
That's what I was going to say.
But,
I've seen a few on the TVN channel where they kind of, it's like a gray area now, you know. So is that a bad thing? If to get rid of the black issue, the white issue, have everybody biracial, Get rid of the black and white stigma. Have one nation, one people.
Yeah.
You know. So I don't know. It's something to think about, talk about.
Yeah, it definitely. Yeah, it is. It's not going anywhere anytime soon.
No. Well, we may bring it up again. So
we might.
Hey.
Yeah. So thank you guys for watching. Comment.
Stay tuned.
Like.
Subscribe.
See that thumb?
Tell people about us. You can catch Diane on Facebook at
T-Chat with Raquel Diane, or just my regular Facebook page, Raquel Diane. Marlette's on Facebook at
Marlette Holt, Angel Marley.
And subscribe to the channel. Subscribe to the channel. Share.
Yeah.
And with your
Because
friends.
we'll have shows like this where we're doing topics, and then we'll have some times where you're just hanging out. And
sometimes we're going to take you guys shopping with us. We're going to vlog. We're going to go eating. And all of that good stuff.
And just hang out with us. This is our life.
Oh, and tell them if they have an idea for questions.
Yeah. If you have any topics that you want to discuss, put it down in the comments. Right down there. All the way down there.
It's down there.
Put it there, and we will get to you. We'll try to answer all the comments or questions. And if it's a lot of questions, we'll do it. We'll do an all question show. You know what I'm saying? Just answer all the questions on another show. So
that's it. Thanks for watching, you guys. We love you, love you, love you, love you.
And we just saying.
We just saying.
That's all. Hey.
Bye.